exciting. Let's go racing, boys.
Why would I want to do dishes?
It was the greatest beer in all the world.
You know, they brew 10,000 bottles of beer a day. I drink 45 off the assembly line, and I'm the ass.
Did I ask for your excuses? You want to act like a star? You better give me a star effort. Do you hear me?
It's time to go beyond the bench on the Rush Radio Network.
Yeah! Yeah! Hell yeah!
All right, sup and happy Wednesday. Sean Roberts, Lucas Strain. This is Beyond the Bench with Sean and Lucas right here on the Rush Radio Network. If you're watching on YouTube, we appreciate that. We encourage you to go and check us out on YouTube at the Rush Radio Network YouTube channel. You can watch us live and you can watch back all the shows, Rush Mornings, or the Rush, and then, of course, the Lunch Rush with TC. You can also check out rushradio.com. You can listen on the TuneIn Radio app. You can check out us. We're on X as well, so we're live streaming there. Plenty of places to check us out, and our podcasts are up as we're slowly getting those up and going too. So, what's up, Lucas? Happy Wednesday.
Hey, Sean. No offense. You sound like shit.
Now what?
It's your sickness is what you sound like.
Listen, this has been a hell of a couple days for me, man.
You sound like shit.
I sound awful. I know I sound awful too, man. Like I'm in the trenches. I really am in the trenches on multiple things, but I think this is like, I think I've hit the peak of my sickness, and I think I'm over that hill now. I truly believe that.
How long does it usually last you, a sickness? How long does this usually take?
I started to kind of get a little scratchy throat Sunday night. And then, like I said, like we talked about the last couple of days, Monday hit me like a ton of bricks, man. Monday hit me and got the fever. I got all that stuff. And then, I broke the fever, and now I'm just dealing with like the congestion and the runny nose and the coughing and the sore throat. I've done Robitussin. I got honey here with me.
What are you doing? Drinking it straight out of the bottle?
No, I'm pouring spoonfuls of honey. That was the wife's idea. And then actually this morning I was doing the Rush with Ross Peterson this morning, and he actually puts honey in his coffee. And so we were honey brothers today. We were showing everyone the honey.
I feel like honey and coffee isn't that strange. What I found really weird is that, so my fiance has a younger brother, right? And he puts honey on his pizza. Is that normal?
Okay. I don't know. No, that's not normal. No, actually,
there's some kind of like honey, like chicken pizza you can get.
I think actually, like if you were to do like honey on like crust, I've heard a lot of people dip crust in honey.
Yeah, but he just takes a bottle of honey and he drizzles it right on top of his pizza. That's weird to me.
Yeah, it is. It is a little weird. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it. And I'm a pizza guy. You know me. Like hot dogs and pizza, they're my favorite foods.
Mm-hmm. I don't know pizza. I know hot dog is. What, you're upstairs today?
Yeah, I had to make the move. This morning I did the Rush down in the basement. I kept the setup there because I'm only on the StreamYard there. Like I'm downstairs. I was only on the StreamYard this morning, and it worked perfectly fine. It also was 6 a.m. For our show, we run, like I run things a little bit differently on my end. And so, yeah, I moved upstairs. I did about an hour worth of tests yesterday here in this room. This is our guest room, my wife's office, probably soon to be former office. And
wow, you're just kicking her out.
And so I ran tests for like an hour yesterday, and I had flawless internet numbers. And so,
yeah, but it's different when you're running all this.
I know, but that's why like this is a test today. So I didn't move all my stuff up here yet or anything. I'm literally using my wife's little corner desk. I got everything piled on top of each other right now. I hate it. I'm crammed. I don't like it. We got our guest bed here. I got to move that. If this is what I'm going to end up doing. But yeah, I'm right across the hall from the router and the modem. and I brought the extender here, which is now sitting right next to my desk. So
if we lose Wi-Fi today,
I've done about everything I can do. Here's the other thing that people don't realize, because I've had a lot of people be like, well, just, get an Ethernet cord and run it, we're renters. Okay. We rent our townhome, and the company built the Wi-Fi into the home, like into a little or one of our like little storage closets. They built and like put a cabinet and lock on everything, but it's built into the wall.
That doesn't sound like a good plan.
No, not ideal for what we're trying to do, right? So the only way, if I were to do that, and it's the only Ethernet jack in the entire house. They made openings on every floor, Lucas, on every floor. But me and the technicians went through it yesterday. We unscrewed. They just put a plate over each opening. They're like, oh, usually this is where, a Ethernet connection would be. Mm-hmm. No, just nothing.
Just non-existent.
Absolutely nothing. Non-existent. So yeah, this is my options. I
you're doing fine so far.
I can't run an Ethernet cord through. That's I think where my wife will draw the line if I have cords up and down walls, and because I can't drill into the wall and start running electricity or anything like that. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, so far so good. I'll take it. It's a win.
The chat's been pretty active so far, and we were talking about honey on pizza, and Cody talking about Gumby's cheese bread. Now, Sean, I know that you visited Iowa City on occasion in your college days. So I don't know if you really got to do the Gumby's experience. My God, this was the worst pizza in the world. But as you can imagine, it's the pizza joint open after the bars. So it was the most necessary and deliciously disgusting pizza you've ever had in your life. The cheese bread, just as bad, but just as necessary.
I never had Gumby's. I'm intrigued by the name, though.
It's Gumby's Pizza. It was a little south of downtown, and so they ran this deal, Sean, where if you had 10 coupons, it was either a free pizza or a free cheese bread, and I think it was cheese bread. And each coupon, every box, it doesn't matter what product you got, each box had a coupon on it. It was just like imprinted onto the cardboard that they give you your food in, right? So people would just throw them away, and my buddies, our sophomore and junior year, they lived right next to Gumby's. So people would just throw their pizza boxes directly into the dumpster. So what do you think we college kids did in order to go and get free Gumby's? We were professional dumpster divers.
You're a disgusting human being is what you are.
We were getting in the dumpster. Oh, yeah, we were getting in the dumpster because we were going to get we were going to get those coupons. We were doing anything we could to get free cheese bread. Come on.
Ugh. Is that okay? So let me ask you this. Lucas. Is pizza the number one drunk food for you?
Ooh, drunk food? Yeah, I don't know because I worked
pizza or Mexican, right?
I worked at a Mexican place, like
Pancheros.
I worked at Pancheros, and I ran the night shift. So when I was done, I would know people there, and I would just get free food. So I don't know. Maybe it's Mexican for me.
Pizza's probably. It's pizza or burrito, honestly. Like a burrito at like 2:45 in the morning after you left the bar. That's some solid stuff. Like is
this Trent in the chat here?
TC using it in a professional account.
Yeah,
there we go.
And he's talking
that's what we like to see.
The professional account, and he's talking about pokey sticks from Gumby's. Again, just absolutely despicable.
You know what I'll be interested to see, because we talked a little bit about it yesterday, because next week we'll be in Vegas. I didn't have the opportunity. Last time I was in Vegas, I was too drunk to actually go and get drunk food. So I haven't experienced drunk food in Vegas.
I didn't do drunk food in Vegas either. I didn't do that.
Well, we're going with TC, and Kenny Miller is going to be meeting up with us. I think he's still coming, right? Is Kenny still coming?
I would assume so. He's going to go see his kid.
Yeah. Well, he's supposed to come on our show.
Yeah, he is supposed to come on our show.
We'll have him on the show. Ken Miller. Ken Miller.
If he's in Vegas and we're in Vegas, he's
on the show. He's on the show. Mike Palm. I think Mike Palm might be on the show. Maybe Derek Stevens. Maybe TC can confirm that. Or TC's going to hog all the guests. It's going to be me and you.
No, he did a good job. He did a good job sharing last year.
It's going to be me and you just sitting poolside in a cabana doing a show.
Dude, it was actually so hard to do a show in Vegas because, well, two reasons. One, since we're going to be doing it out in the cabana, we're doing that again, and I'm not complaining about doing a show poolside at all. Don't get me wrong on that.
Using what you're saying here, Lucas.
But they bump the music, and it's like party music, like oons oons oons. We're gonna get it going here. So like I'm doing the show covering my ears. Yep, pretty much. I'm doing the show covering my ears the whole time because I can barely hear myself talking. So that was one. But then number two, the other reason why it was difficult was because you were gone and it was in the middle of summer. And yeah, we were at Big Ten Media Days, but let's be honest, how much are we really taking away from media days in general? Not
you got
much.
To interview Kirk Ferentz.
So like that stuff was fun. I got to interview Kirk Ferentz. I got to interview 3 players last year. I got to do that. But in the time in between, dude, it was so hard where I had David Eichel come and do a segment with me. Trent came and did a segment with me. And like I said, Trent did a very good job of sharing the guests. Like I got to interview Mike Palm, right? I got to meet Derek Stevens. So I got to meet these guys and interview these guys. But those segments where I was just on my own talking, finding just, all right, what am I going to talk about today? What am I supposed to talk about today? It was such a grind. And I'm also just like, I don't even care what I'm talking about. So how do the people listening, how am I supposed to get them to care about what I'm talking about?
I'm excited though. I mean, the beautiful thing too is we kind of have the freedom to do whatever we want. Like we're not necessarily on like time. I mean, we are on a time restriction in a sense, but like I can just flip the computer around, show Lucas doing a little cannonball in the pool.
Yeah, we can just flip the camera.
Show the fine folks out there. Tarps off, baby.
I did a seductive photo last year, poolside. I had the dogs out. I thought about putting a bar over my feet. No free feet pics, but
can we do that on here? Can we show some feet for the listeners out there?
You think I'm flexible enough to get my feet up here right now?
I'm not.
I think maybe I could.
I've been on my deathbed the last couple of days. I'm not doing anything.
No, I'd have to move my chair. I just tried. That's not going to work. It's just not going to happen. Okay, have you been paying attention to the Cubs game?
No. Was that a serious question?
Yes. Have you?
No, I have not.
PCA and Shohei Ohtani have both hit 2 home runs in this game.
Good for PCA is currently on pace to potentially, like, he's an MVP right now, right?
So it's a very, very fun conversation that people can have. And I don't remember what I was listening to yesterday, but I heard people talking about how the MVP race has changed. And it's because of the injuries that Ohtani has taken to the knee, right? And he's not pitching anymore. So when you look at, if Ohtani's not pitching, when he's when he's going 2-way and he's playing the way that he does, he is the MVP. He's the best player in baseball.
Right.
But if you take his pitching away and you just look at his offensive stats, don't get me wrong, they are still out of this world good. But if you just put them next to PCA's and you add in what Pete Crow Armstrong does on the defensive side, where he's maybe the best defensive center fielder, maybe just the best defensive player in the game, you put that together, the argument is right there that PCA is the MVP. He leads Major League Baseball in WAR so far. Like that in itself pretty much equates to he's the best player in baseball.
Oh. I thought we had him. I thought we had him for that 2-week span.
When the Cubs went on that 12-game losing streak.
Sox bride. I thought PCA was. I thought she cursed him. In fact, he's come back even better. So he's an incredible talent. I hate to admit it. He's an incredible talent.
Both guys are 3 for 5 now.
What's the score?
7-6 Cubbies. They were up 7-1, but the Dodgers just scored 5 runs in the 8th inning. So there have been 29 hits in this game.
Wow. Wind blowing out?
10 miles an hour, but I don't think it's one of those Wrigley days. I think it's just a standard because it's not hot and wind really doesn't affect the ball as much if it's not hot. It's got to be hot for the wind to affect it.
Gotcha.
Or it has to be crazy strong wind. Speaking of baseball, Sean, today is a very important anniversary for you. And I wish I could download the video, but I've already downloaded one video.
I know what it is.
So I can't download a second one off of Twitter.
You don't need to do it.
It is the 3-year anniversary of the official moment in time when Tim Anderson's career was done. 3 years ago today is when he got knocked on his ass by Jose Ramirez.
Should I go get my Timmy jersey right now? Hang it up.
Your Tim Anderson jersey. Oh man, what a fall from grace that guy had.
He was on. We talked about this a little bit on our radio show. He was on a path, man, where he won like 2 Silver Sluggers, I think.
He won at least one batting title.
Yeah, one batting title. But I remember going into that year, he was that when was World Baseball Classic? Would have been 2022, I think, right?
Well, it's every 3 years, and we had one.
It would have been 2023 because he came in and he played second base during that World Baseball Classic, and I think they put him in the 9-hole, and he had a really good WBC, and then everything was like off to a great start, and I believe that was the same year that they had the Josh Donaldson situation, if I'm not mistaken.
You're talking about the year he got knocked out?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. That's the year he got caught cheating.
Well, yeah. And then, Tim Anderson, like that 3-month stretch of being on billboards and the face of the franchise to 2 weeks later, we can't have the face of our franchise openly cheating on his wife and impregnating other women. Like, bad luck, can't happen. And it all started because he took his wife to the All-Star game, and the baby mama, the mistress, got pissed.
Side bitch wasn't happy.
She was like, whoa, I'm pregnant with your kid. You can't take your wife. Are you kidding me?
Take me. You gotta take me.
So we, it's Tim Anderson. Man,
Happy anniversary.
He was my favorite player, man.
Not mine. I hated that. That guy. I hated him. That
Because of the Field of Dreams. That was such an incredible moment, though. It was between our two teams. It was between the White Sox and the Yankees. But like, I think for a moment in baseball, because coming up next week, you have the Field of Dreams game with the Twins and Phillies. Like, what's the excitement level for the Twins and Phillies coming to Iowa? Obviously, we have Twins fans, right? But like, I think the White Sox being there made sense because of the proximity, but also because of the movie. The Yankees are the Yankees, so you put the Yankees in anywhere, and they're gonna be a big draw, obviously. Then you had the Cubs Reds. Was that was the
Cubs
following
Reds
year? Yeah. But like, this is Twins Phillies. Like, obviously, if you're a Twins fan, you're jacked. Do the Phillies, outside of like Bryce Harper and like Kyle Schwarber, does the name the Phillies coming to Iowa like get people excited?
I mean, I think it's still a baseball game in Iowa, and it's been a while since we had one. Like, the Cubs and the Reds should not have happened the year after. That shouldn't have happened.
They were set up for failure with that.
That was a huge mistake. Also, you were never going to live up to the moment that was the White Sox and the Yankees with the Tim Anderson home run and the Stanton home run in the top half of the inning. Like, you were never going to be able to match that. So doing it a year later was setting yourself up for failure. So it should have been somebody like Cubs Cardinals is who it really should have been in the second year. The Phillies have Schwarber, they have Harper. If you want to look at the Twins angle, it's a fun moment where Luis Ariz is going to he's on the Phillies now, and that's a former Twin.
Twin great. God, he was a pain in the ass. Still is a pain in the ass, but like,
he had an RBI single in his first debut for the Phillies.
It's what he does. He doesn't get out, Lucas.
Hit him clean up. Yeah, he's slow, and now he can field second base again because Washington finally, the manager Washington started coaching him up. But yeah, he can't run, but he can hit singles all right. But
he gets on base.
Get him.
Why do we like him, Lucas?
Okay, if you don't start answering me, I'm going to point at Pete again. But I'm excited for the game. Dude, the game's a week away. Does it feel like we're getting a lack of promotion for it?
Yes.
It's a week away.
Because it's been
It's a week from tomorrow.
But it's been done before.
So?
What made
It's a
the
baseball
first
game in
one
Iowa.
what made the first one cool was it's never happened. If this is you got two major league teams coming to the state of Iowa in August, like it's not an exhibition game. This is a regular season game. At the time, you had two. I don't remember exactly where the Yankees were in the standings, but the White Sox I knew were in first place at the time. And like it just and like the magic of it, and it's the first time of people coming out of the cornfield and Kevin Costner and like I
So
cried.
overly cheesy.
I know, but I cried. I was in tears. I was in tears watching Kevin Costner on TV walking around the outfield. Like I was in tears. And then just how the game all transpired. Like it was just such a incredible first game. Hard to match.
Do you think my media credential still works?
You are an MLB writer. Or
I
a
am
credentialed MLB.
I'm a credentialed MLB personnel. I'm not a writer, but I am credentialed for Major League Baseball. I wonder if it still works. I wonder if I can still go to the game. I really wonder. I wonder if it
I think
would
you got
work.
it.
I think I got to try. No, we're doing a show. Where are we doing our show on Thursday next week?
Oh,
We're doing it live from somewhere.
Thursday, dude. We're Monday and Tuesday. We're live from Circa in Vegas.
From a cabana.
Tarps
off. Tarps
Stadium
off.
swim. No, I'm going. I think I'm going to go get some bro tanks.
I'm not wearing a bro tank.
Why?
No.
I'll do a bro tank.
It's tarps off or nothing.
Yeah, Monday and Tuesday we're in Vegas. Wednesday we're flying back. So like Wednesday there's not going to be a show Wednesday. And that's because we had scheduled this. We had things set up at the radio station for us to fly back and someone fill in and do our show.
Our flights are booked. Just say that. Our flights are booked.
Our flights are booked. Nothing we could do. You see the Qdoba? No, we're not doing the show at Qdoba next Thursday. But yeah, we're on location Thursday. And then Friday, we're going to be at JR's South Fork Ranch at the Iowa State Fair.
I knew that about Friday. I don't remember where we're at on Thursday. Justin wants to know about bench pump tanks. People want to know about new merch, Sean. People really want to know. Okay, I do want to get to this before we take a break because we're going to be joined by Sean Bock here in a couple of minutes. So training camp.
Yeah,
starts
we didn't
today.
give the guest list today.
It's on the top of the screen for people who are watching.
No,
That's
there you
your job to give the guest
I
list.
know.
To go
Well,
over
we
the
got-
start at the show.
I was more excited.
How
Well,
out of this are you?
I was excited about the no hiccups so far, so I didn't. And now I just jinxed myself. But Sean Bock, HawkeyeInsider.com, 24/7 Sports, joining us coming up here at 4:30. Bill Seals from CycloneAlert.com and On3 will join us at 5:30.
Cyclone Report.
Cyclone Report, sorry. Cyclone Alert
Alert's
is Bussy. Yeah, there you go. So we got Hawkeyes, Cyclones all covered here today. All right.
Get on
There we
it.
go. I feel better about myself now.
We're gonna go to Bock when we get back. So we're gonna talk Hawks in a couple of minutes here. Training camp starts today, like I said, and in Ames, Jimmy Rogers spoke to the media. So Sean, something that happened while we were off was the Big 12 did an anonymous poll amongst the coaches to see who they think is going to win the conference. Like you were supposed to pick your two teams who you think are going to make it to the conference championship. And Iowa State got one vote, and Jamie Pollard ended up revealing that it was in fact Jimmy Rogers who did that. So Jimmy Rogers was asked today by our buddy Eugene Rapay. Eugene asked him the question, why did you do that? So here was his answer. I tried to mess with the audio a little bit to make it a little bit louder. People in the chat, let me know if this audio
trying things.
is good enough. Yeah, we're still the first week.
And to win, very self-aware. They didn't hire me to come here and not be competitive. I wasn't hired for my disposition. I was hired to create a program that competes and wins, and that's the goal. We're not signing up for second place. So I know that's a bold statement, and there'll be printed everywhere, but the reality is this: the players have to believe in what you say, and you have to act on how you believe. I believe that we can win.
That's from Bussy. The audio is from Bussy and Cyclone Alert. All right,
Okay.
John, what are your thoughts on the comment?
I love it. Why not? I don't have a problem with him doing that. You do. I see it in your eyes. What's
I
your
don't
problem with
understand
it?
the point of it.
Because he's there. He said it. He's there to win football games.
You think every coach isn't there to win football games?
Like if you're a head coach, Lucas, and how do you address your team if they see that and they go, man, our coach doesn't believe it? At least you have your coach. Like if you got one vote and you know it's your coach, like, hey, you know what? He believes in what we're trying to do. And whether you look into that stuff or not, like I'm okay with it. If it was a beat writer or like someone like Bill or Bussy or Eugene, okay, now I got questions. Head coach, I'm good with the head coach.
Okay, I'll look at it. If I was an Iowa State fan, I think I would like this because I think I would kind of call it refreshing. I think I would, and I think I would understand it. You think every coach doesn't think that, oh yeah, I need to instill confidence in my team. Oh, the only vote that we got, I would kind of be thinking this as a player, the only vote that we got is from our own coach. That kind of sucks. If you got no votes, then you can play the everybody is doubting us card. And I guess
except our coach
still can.
Except our coach.
Can. But everybody, okay. Year one, I think you can get away with this. I think you can get away with this in year one. Say Iowa State, okay, and it's to change morale, right? That's why he's doing it. Don't get me wrong. It's not lost on me why he did what he did and said what he said. It's to change morale for his players, for the fan base. Say this team goes 8-4, and I think every Iowa State fan, you tell them you're going to go 8-4 this year, I think they would take that in a heartbeat. I think they would take 8-4.
If you're an Iowa State fan and you don't sign up for that immediately,
yeah,
you need to have a conversation. Okay. I think there's been some years, at least in the last couple, where it's like 8-4. Come on, give me 10-2, 9-3, right? Like that's realistic. At least we thought it was realistic, right? 8-4 this year. Oh.
So I think
get the parade in Ames ready to go.
I think they would take that in a heartbeat. But and
it would finish 8-4. New AD coming in. Come on, morale's high.
And then next year he says the same thing. I think we're going to win the conference, and the fans are on board for it. Yeah. Okay, what if Iowa State doesn't make a bowl game this year? You can't say it again next year. You can't. I think you can get away with it in year one. I don't think you could do it if you don't have a good year, which I don't think that they are. I don't think Iowa State's going to be very good this year. I think they're going to win 4 or 5 games. I understand why he did it, but you don't think every other coach in the country wants to instill confidence?
I'm okay with
there,
it,
buddy.
Yeah, sorry, dude. Everything. If you see me going like this, one, I'm trying to mute myself from coughing, but like my board right now currently is behind me, so it's not the greatest setup until I get moving up here. Now I'm okay with what Rogers did and said. Like that.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. There's no. It's just kind of weird.
They got one vote. One vote.
Plus, then it makes the rest of the. It makes the poll kind of pointless because the poll is supposed to be about, okay, where do the coaches think the rest of the teams in the conference are going to be? By the way, did you see the rest of the results from that poll? Did you know BYU got more votes than Texas Tech?
Texas Tech doesn't have a quarterback.
Texas Tech is still the most talented roster in the conference.
They don't have they don't have a quarterback, Lucas. We talked about this yesterday. You know my thoughts when you don't have an established quarterback. I got concerns. I'm okay with BYU having votes to win more than Texas Tech.
It wasn't to win, it's to make it to the conference championship, and BYU had more than Texas Tech.
BYU's, you know what you're going to get with them.
Do you?
I think so. I think you're looking at probably 11-1, 10-2 BYU team. At worst, 9-3.
Okay.
And Mike says Iowa doesn't have a quarterback either. Not yet, anyway. That's what we talked about that yesterday. That's what I said. I said the number 22 ranking in the coaches poll confused me a little bit because we don't know who's playing quarterback for Iowa. And I don't even know right now, even if we knew who was playing quarterback, if that would convince me that they're somewhere in that 20 to 25 range. What?
I'm just waiting.
For what?
I'm waiting for you to take us to break. It's 4:30.
Oh, it is. Okay. So it is 4:30. 515-517-2303. When we get back, our buddy Sean Bock is going to join. He's on vacation, I believe, right? Like he's joining us from vacation. Love to see that out of him. But Sean Bock, HawkeyeInsider.com, 24/7 Sports. He will join us next. You're listening to Beyond the Bench with Sean and Lucas right here on the Rush Radio Network.
With the Iowa Lottery's new Millionaire for Life game, you could win $1 million a year for life. That could make you a My Dream Job is No Job millionaire. A front row tickets to every show millionaire. A hire a personal glam squad for you and your bestie millionaire.
Yep, a little further.
Or just to never run out of your favorite pickles millionaire. With Millionaire for Life from the Iowa Lottery,
And these.
you could change your life for life. Play today.
At Iowa Floor Covering, we believe great floors start with great service. Whether you're looking for a plush carpet, durable LVP, timeless hardwood, stylish laminate, or beautiful tile, including custom tile showers, we'll help you find the perfect fit. No pressure, no pushy sales tactics, just honest guidance from a team that listens. DIY Weekend Warrior, we've got the products and advice to set you up for success. Iowa Floor Covering, floors you'll love from people you can trust.
There are a lot of reasons to want a self-driving mower from Iowa Mobotics.
Being automated gives me more time to do my hobbies.
I travel so much for work that I don't have time to take care of the lawn, but I still care about how it looks.
And I'm just lazy. Gives me time to work in the wood shop instead of spending it on the mower.
It works in my schedule.
And I just really hate doing it.
No matter your reason, with Iowa Mobotics, spend less time mowing, more time living.
Hey everybody, Mason Miller, sales manager out here at Willis Infinity, and this month we have some exciting new offers going on. Right now you can get an all-new 2027 QX60 with rates as low as 2.9% plus $1,000 in special finance cash, or lease it with $1,000 in lease cash. Also, we're running low on 2026 QX80s. Get one now for 0% for 60 months. For more information on these exciting offers and more, visit us online at willisinfinity.com or stop by our showroom.
The best bread is made from scratch, freshly baked with locally sourced ingredients and love. At Big Sky Bread, we take great pride in our delicious products. We know you'll enjoy them almost as much as we enjoy baking them. Try our newly rebranded granola. Specially handmade, our amazing granola makes for a delightful treat. You can order online, purchase at local grocery retailers, or find us at the downtown Des Moines Farmers Market every Saturday. We look forward to serving you.
For people who like to save money.
Do you or a loved one suffer from chronic overspending, getting less but paying more? Then you may have a case of big HVAC. Now is the time to try Priority One. We set our own prices, which means you pay for what you need, not for anything else. And if you need a heating service or new furnace, now is the time to try Priority One.
Side effects of Priority One include increased happiness, extra peace of mind, and bonus cash for whatever you want. Please use responsibly.
Every business has priorities, and Priority One Heating and Cooling is no different. As a service provider, we prioritize quality air conditioners and furnaces that will keep your home at your comfort level year-round. As a small business, we prioritize doing things the right way and treating people fairly. As a truly local business, we prioritize our community. As a veteran-owned business, we prioritize duty and commitment. For big business service with local value, trust your home to the place where you are always Priority One.
Hi, it's Noel. At Fiscus Jewelers, we're honored by the fact that our customers continue to come back on purpose, and that trust means everything to us. For years, we've been privileged to be a part of life's most meaningful moments, and we never take that responsibility lightly. We proudly offer the largest inventory in Ankeny, cutting-edge custom designs, including free CAD drawings, and a team that takes the time to get it right. Thank you for choosing us year after year. Fiscus Jewelers, your jeweler for life.
Keep your edge with Body Armor Sports Drink. Bold flavors, electrolytes, and hydration that goes the distance. Grab Body Armor before the grind, during the game, and after the win. Body Armor Sports Drink. Hydration that's real and better for you. Pick up Body Armor Sports Drink on your next grocery store run or convenience store trip.
All right, welcome back to Beyond the Bench with Sean and Lucas right here on the Rush Radio Network. Coming up at 5:30, Bill Seal, CycloneReport.com, and on 3 will hop on with us. So we'll talk some Cyclones coming up in next hour. But right now, our buddy, Mr. Sean Bock, HawkeyeInsider.com and 24/7 Sports, joining us. What's up, buddy? How are you?
Hey guys, how's it going? I'm doing good. I can't complain. I'm out here in the middle of Tennessee, or actually the eastern part of Tennessee, for a family vacation. We're in right outside of Gatlinburg, so not in Gatlinburg. We're one of the surrounding towns. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, the only negative is just worrying about bears nonstop, because those things just scare the heck out of me. Even though the black bears are kind of harmless, but I've read stuff where they've come into houses and stuff, and they just kind of roam around. They're actually, earlier this week, there was one that came into the porch. I wasn't here yet, but there was one that came into our screen-in porch. Didn't end up coming in the house, but I'm just mortified ever after that, and I didn't even see it. So that's what we're dealing with right now. But how are you guys?
Doing good, man. So, Lucas, I got to get this out of the way. That's what he just said. He's
no.
Oh,
I've
okay.
not seen one yet, though.
Okay, yeah, one came up to your cabin. That's right. Lucas, I got to get this out of the way, because a couple years ago, I took a family vacation to Gatlinburg, and we stayed in a cabin up there in the mountains. I saw your photo earlier today on X, and it looked similar to where we kind of were. It's a beautiful place, man. Are you going to what's your guys' plan there? What are you guys going to do?
So I got here on Tuesday because I flew in Tuesday because they drove down here from suburbs of Chicago. I was up in Lake Geneva this past weekend with a couple of high school buddies. So I didn't get in until later, but they went to some cave. I forget what the cave is called. They've done a few hiking things and whatnot. Usually we're big, Sean, you probably know this as a Chicago suburbs kid, but the Michiana shores, Michigan City, New Buffalo, that's usually our big vacation spot every summer. So our parents decided to switch it up this year, and this is kind of all new to us, the whole hiking and outdoor stuff and whatnot, and just seeing all the different wildlife and different sorts of people. So my family went to caves earlier this week, or I don't know the exact term for it. We're going golfing tomorrow at one of the courses that's in town, which looks like a pretty nice course. Going out to dinner tonight for the parents' anniversary. So we'll see what's going on the next couple of nights. But there doesn't really seem anything too set in stone. Just a couple of hiking here and there, and just kind of exploring the different parts of it.
I recommend going to if you're looking to do something outside of the crime or the outdoor stuff, go to the Crime Museum. They got O.J. Simpson's golf clubs. They got I don't think it's his exact Bronco, but they got his Bronco. They got Jeffrey Dahmer's glasses in there. They got some really cool stuff there, and then the Titanic Museum's there as well. So you can go check out the Titanic Museum. Yeah. So there's some really cool stuff there. I actually was thoroughly impressed of I shocked myself on how much I did enjoy my week there, because I was not looking forward to it, to be honest. I'm I'm going to go to the middle of Tennessee. This sucks. I don't want to go there. But it was incredible. So much so I would like to go back at some point there relatively soon.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's definitely beautiful and really cool country. And I mean, we're kind of up on, not totally all the way up on one of the mountains, but you got to drive pretty, I've never really seen my dad put the car into that much foot on the gas, getting up some of these hills. It's impressive, just seeing kind of the different terrain and whatnot. But no, that's a good recommendation, because we've kind of been keeping a lower profile today. It rained earlier today. It's also really cool to see the mist, or what is it, condensation coming from the mountains after it rains.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Is that what that is? Is that the scientific term for it?
We'll go with it.
but it's cool to see like the rain like come up from the mountains and stuff because we got a really, really nice view of it. And yeah, it's a cool area. Like it's definitely different. Like I've been to Nashville, been to different parts of Tennessee, but I've never been to like the mountains. And I think it's definitely unique for sure.
All right, Bock, if we go over to Hawkeye Insider, I see a couple of stuff that has your name on the byline on it. Are you pretty much unplugged on vacation, and these are articles you wrote in advance, or are you still working while you're taking some time off, other than talking to us,
Well, it's funny. No, I've gone on so many different trips this summer. I went to Oklahoma a month ago with my girlfriend and visited some of her family. I was in Lake Geneva this past weekend, and there was a couple other stops. I was in Dubuque, which I know it's not necessarily a vacation, but it was like a guy's weekend. So like that kind of, I unplugged there a little bit. Unplugged a little bit in Oklahoma, unplugged a little bit in Lake Geneva. And there's been a couple other spots that I've been to this summer. So I've kind of been doing like the little things. I haven't really done like the full detox, which I feel like maybe I should in the next couple of weeks. I know the Iowa State Fair is not next weekend, but the weekend after. So might make my way over that way and, do a little detox from the work stuff. But some of the stuff's been written in advance. Some of the stuff has just like been bored and, had some time to kill at the airport yesterday too. But yeah, it doesn't really take too long. Like in the summer, I always tell people too, like I'm sure people are going to get upset about this, but like, I feel like I only work 2 or 3 hours in the summer at times. And like, that's enough in terms of like putting stuff together. So I'm not complaining about like it, even if it was like an hour and I'm trying to really detox from it, like it doesn't really feel like work at all. So I'm in a pretty good state of mind right now.
Well, no doubt you saw the news that came down yesterday. Well, it's the coaches poll, as exciting as the coaches poll is, but the Iowa Hawkeyes come in at number 22. A lot of question marks on the defensive side of the ball. Still don't know who's going to be the starting quarterback, but we know a lot about the rest of the offense. Hawks coming in at number 22. Bock, you surprised by it? Too high, too low, just right?
Yeah, that kind of feels like the sweet spot there for this team. Especially with all the question marks that they have. And, I think the coaches poll too is you guys were talking about earlier on the show. I was listening to you guys talking about how the Big 12 coaches do a poll of who they're going to pick to win the Big 12. And it's kind of like, what's really the point of this? How many of these coaches are really doing these polls and, putting down which teams are going to be where and doing the necessary research on it? But it kind of feels like one of those seasons where you're going to see Iowa in that 20, upper teens range in terms of the, most of the polls, and potentially in the college football playoff standings at the end of the year. Like I would probably say they're around that, 20 line or somewhere, around there, hopefully higher. But I think that's a pretty realistic spot for them right now because you look at this team. Obviously quarterback play, like that's really one of the big talking points, if not the biggest talking point of this team. But there are so many other position battles up and down, this roster, like going from the punting to the punter to like all the specialists, then obviously quarterback. And, we'll see with wide receivers. I know we talked about this before, but the Tony Diaz hype continues to just go up and up even more. And like Kirk Ferentz of all people seems to be buying into the Tony Diaz hype too. So it's one of those, and like the schedule too. Like, I know it's a very manageable Big Ten West slate, but like those 3 games to start the Big Ten are so critical. Like, I think Michigan's going to be better than people are giving them credit for, and I know it's probably going to take time with them. But like, if you have an offensive line that should be pretty good, like they do, and then running backs that they do, like I think that's going to be a tough team to stop, no matter how Bryce Underwood is going to play. And I think they have, and obviously all the turnover they have with the new coaching staff and stuff. And Ohio State, up and down the roster, like they are just loaded. And Washington, I still think is going to be pretty good too. And it's not like, Big Ten teams have a lot of success going on the West Coast and winning, especially Friday night games too. So, if you can get one from that from that 3-game stretch. I think that's going to be so big. And then, if you get 2, that, to me, that's best case scenario. I know, people don't want to hear that, but I don't think you're winning 3 of those games. I think 2 of those wins is best case scenario, but it's which ones? Michigan in the big house. I know Michigan's played it close teams have played it close with Michigan the last couple of years. But to me, that's just going to be another classic Michigan team that's just going to be able to wear you down. And, having your starting quarterback, that being his first Big Ten start going into the big house, that's going to be, tough. And then Ohio State, like I said before, they are just so good up and down the roster. And even in their positions where they're weaker, they're just so solid, but above average. And there's so much talent there. And then even Washington too. I think people are kind of overplaying, or underselling Washington a little bit with their pieces. I think Damon Williams is, a really talented quarterback who can move around really well. And, we've seen Iowa have troubles with those types of quarterbacks in the past. And, going on the road too and playing in those types of environments, Husky Stadium's not an easy place to play. Friday night especially too. But yeah, it's definitely, the rest of the schedule is very manageable, but there's also a couple swing games too that I think, are worth discussing. I don't think Wisconsin is going to be a pushover. I don't think Minnesota is going to be a pushover. Illinois is going to be really tough in Champaign. Even Northwestern too. This Northwestern team kind of gives me some PTSD from some of those Pat Fitz teams that gave Iowa some tough sledding the last couple of years. So yeah, it's a very, very intriguing season. I could see 10-2, I could see 8-4, I could see 7-5. It's really, that's kind of where I'm at right now, between the 7 and 10 win mark.
Sean, with fall camp now underway, what is, as someone that covers a team, what's one thing that you want to take away here in the next couple weeks as we get ready for week 1?
Yeah. I think with quarterback play, I just want to see someone win the job. I really think it's going to be one of those things where this team, they have their starter going into week 1, but I think they're still going to keep an open mind about the week 2 starter. So I would like to see them maybe have a little bit more confidence in their week 1 starter, which means a guy can kind of, take the job by the horns and really win it, as opposed to, maybe just someone they feel a little bit better about. I'd also like to see the defensive line, how they kind of mature. That's one of the one position groups that, I don't think a lot of people are talking about, but I think, that makes a big, because I think the linebackers are going to be really good. I think Cam Buffington is going to be good as advertised. I don't want to say Jack Campbell, but I think
it's really
he's going to be the
really
closest thing. Yeah, really pretty high praise. I think he's going to be a future NFL linebacker. And I think Jay Montgomery's solid too. I think he'll fit in well at the will. And I think the secondary, they feel really confident about the secondary too. The defensive line, that's just the one where they have a lot of pieces and they have a lot of depth, but I don't know how much proven, production they're going to have, or guys that, you feel fully confident playing more snaps, because I think it was the defensive line that Kirk Ferentz said at media days, he doesn't know if he really sees anyone playing over 500 snaps this season. And I looked at the PFF stats last year, and I think there were 3 guys that played over 500, but those were I think the high was 590, 570, 560. But it's just going to seem like it's going to be more of a balanced group this year. But I just don't. It's going to be interesting to see how many bodies they can kind of throw on the defensive line, and if they can get that pass rush, because I think, the linebackers are going to be better this year for sure, especially with Buffington, at the mic. But defensive line is still the one getting that kind of consistent pass rush, especially in those first 3 games, I think are going to be really important. And then obviously to the rest of the Big Ten slate. But yeah, those are kind of big question marks. I think defensive line really comes to mind the most with the next couple of weeks.
Defensive line is definitely where I'm at. I think the quarterback is the big shiny toy that everyone looks at, but the defensive line, especially the interior, is where
Right.
I'm really scratching my chin as to what's to come. I also want to get your opinion, and then we'll let you go, Bock, let you get back to your vacation, is how do you feel about the special teams? Because it is complete, and I mean complete overhaul. New kicker, new punter, new returners. Oh, yeah, new coach as well. We know just how special teams dependent Kirk Ferentz squads are. Like, what's your vibe on special teams going into camp?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not going to be as reliable with the specialists as the last couple of years. I think coverage team and all that is going to be really good. Like, I think, the pieces and the foundation they have at, the gunner spot and, different parts with coverage and whatnot, I think is going to be really good. But yeah, I mean, I thought it was interesting when Kirk said at media day that he mentioned there's probably going to be a decent amount of, 1A, 1B type guys, not a true 1-2. So is that we see Eli Ozick, handling kickoff or field goals? Does, Caden Burr do the longer field goals because he's got the bigger foot? Ozick's probably more consistent inside, different, inside shorter ranges. And, same thing with punter too, because Tanner Philpott, I mean, remember this guy was playing D3 football last year. And, he has the most experience of any punter on Iowa's roster when it comes to playing football, not just D1 football, because Boston Everett really hasn't played, American football at all, coming from Australia. But he's got that, he's got a strong leg. He's got, he's pretty good. He is pretty good, but I think there is just going to be a big adjustment period for him. And I mean, it wouldn't surprise me, one of his first 5 punts, he shanks, 10 or 15 yards.
That'll go over great, Sean. That's going to go over awesome.
Yeah. Oh, hey, it's just the nerves and whatnot. There's going to be a ton of nerves. You're playing in front of that many people. And, it's just from a reliability standpoint, we just don't really know what this specialist group is going to be. And I think Iowa fans have gotten spoiled the last couple. Reese Bacon wasn't perfect. Drew Stevens wasn't perfect. But I think you kind of, knew with the Iowa special teams that they're going to find a way to, be impactful or, be reliable. But with this special teams group, I'm kind of man, there might be, some growing pains that are some, uncomfort that I think Iowa fans aren't really used to. And I think people maybe need to be prepared for that a little bit. And who knows? It could be great. It could be, better than I think. But, I think it's going to take some time with this group to really kind of get to a point where it's super comfortable, and can kind of be that reliable, second form of, I don't want to say second form of offense, but it's there might not be a team in the country that has scored more off special teams than Iowa has the last couple of years. Mm-hmm. So I'm not going to say it's going to be that, but I think it's going to, it's not going to be that this year. I'd love to be wrong, but I don't think it's going to be that. And, you just kind of want to get it to a level of dependency, I guess I should say.
Sean, real quick, because fall camp has started, who starts week 1 at quarterback?
I think it's Hank Brown right now. That's the guy, and that's the safe pick. But I don't know I couldn't tell you who's going to start week 2. That's the one. I brought that up earlier.
All right,
week two, against Iowa State. I know Iowa State is weaker this year than they have been in the past because of the, coaching change in the roster tomer. But man, it's going to be one of those seasons where, quarterback play. I guess last season was a little bit, I mean, we did talk about the quarterback play a lot at the beginning of last year, but Mark obviously got better as the season went on. And so I guess we're going to be back to those 2024, 2023, 2022, but, hopefully with better, more consistent play.
All right, buddy. Well, enjoy the rest of your vacation. Enjoy Tennessee. It's beautiful out there, especially where you're at. And you're going to be joining us every Wednesday. We look forward to it. Look forward to getting you on video too. That'll be a nice little touch here for us. So appreciate
that'll be
no, it'll be fun. Appreciate you taking some time. Yeah, it's going to be a good time, man. It's going to be a good time. And go White Sox. For those that don't know, Sean's a White Sox fan like me. So
yeah. Go Sox. I mean, hopefully we can finally steal one in Boston because Boston has been our kryptonite this year.
They whooped our ass. last night. So, all right, buddy.
They did.
Yep. Enjoy the vacay, and we'll talk next week.
Yep. See you guys. Thanks again.
See ya. That was Sean Bock from HawkeyeInsider.com and 24/7 Sports. Lucas, what we got? Like a couple minutes here.
Yeah, we got a couple of minutes.
What'd you make of his prediction with the quarterback situation?
So he and Trent are the two people that have been saying Hank Brown from the get-go. And I think the fan base is they're so out on Hank Brown. I think they're so out on him because
of what happened.
You complete the screen pass, Iowa beats Indiana. That's what it comes down to. You complete the screen pass, Iowa beats the undefeated national champions, the best team in college football last year, the Heisman Trophy winner, the guy that went number 1 overall, the best coach in the sport. Iowa beats them. Iowa beats them if they complete the screen pass. And Heklinski, when he came in the game against Minnesota, he had a rushing touchdown. And Heklinski is more mobile. He may not throw it as well as Hank Brown, but it's something that Iowa fans have been begging for, a mobile quarterback. And they got it last year with Mark Gronowski. And I think that if Iowa were to start Hank Brown, Sean, the joke is always, it doesn't matter where it is, but it is especially true in Iowa. The most popular guy in town is the backup quarterback. Think of all those years where Petrus was the starter. We were clamoring for Padilla to play.
Oh man, Padilla. He was the savior. Padilla was the savior.
And then Joey Labus started the bowl game. And then
Joey Labus.
When it was the
Savior.
Deacon Hill year, we were begging for Marco Lainez. Remember? Oh crap! What was the quarterback? Deuce. What's his name?
Deuce Hogan.
I can't. Yeah, Deuce Hogan. B was the most popular guy in Iowa City. I was in college at the time.
Didn't he go to Kentucky?
He transferred to Kentucky, and
Okay.
he didn't play at Kentucky either. So then he transferred out again, and after that, I don't remember where he went. But
Labus went to Central Michigan, right?
yeah, and he actually he did pretty good. He
Shout
did
out
pretty
to
well.
Mac.
They're the Chips, right?
Chippewas.
Yeah, the Chips.
Central Michigan Chippewas.
But so if Hank Brown
Let's
gets
talk
named
Mac.
the starter,
Come on.
If Hank Brown is named the starter, people and he struggles.
Oh,
people
week one is going to be.
They're going to be begging for Heklinski.
You're going to be standing in Kinnick with your cast and your arm, not being able to move or clap. What are you going to do when it's like 3rd down and you're sitting there and you can't clap, or what are you going to do to make noise?
I'm just going to yell. I can't do the. I can't. I sit in the W section. How am I supposed to make a W? What am I supposed to do? I can't move that shoulder.
That's not a good look for me, by the way.
I can't move that shoulder. It's not going to happen. I think, and Kirk Ferentz doesn't care about what the fans think. He doesn't care.
No.
He will stand up for his quarterback, right? But I do think that if Hank Brown is named the starter, and Bock thinks so, Trent thinks so, they think it's going to be Hank Brown. If it is him and he struggles, it's going to be like Spencer Petras all over again, where people are just going to be begging for the backup quarterback.
The interesting thing that I took there from Bock was not so much Hank Brown being week 1, but like who's the week 2 starter? Like we start getting into that where we're playing guessing quarterback the first like month of the season. Whew.
Well, so it reminds me of when
Are you winning football games? Are you barely winning football games?
the year after Cade McNamara beat Iowa in the Big Ten championship. Sean, I don't know if you remember, Michigan went with their first 2 games of the year were cupcakes, and they let both McNamara and J.J. McCarthy start and finish a game. I'm kind of getting, I wouldn't have been surprised if Iowa and Iowa State was week 3 and Iowa played UNI week 2 instead. I wouldn't be surprised at all if they rolled out 2 quarterbacks, but it's not going to happen. In the first game, we're going to see both. Actually, I don't know if we will.
You get up 35-0. You pull the quarterback.
It wouldn't surprise me if Kirk wants to give.
You better play both if you're flirting with the idea of starting somebody else week 2.
No, yes, but if Kirk doesn't make quarterback changes in the season, he doesn't do it.
That's
So
why I was
think,
shocked with what Bock said.
And when he said, Kirk has been saying this might go into the season. It's something we've never seen out of him before. If it goes into the season, I'll be shocked. But so say he picks his guy by week 1 and he plays to the old Kirk standard where he's going to be set in his ways and he's got his pick. We're probably going to see him play for almost the entire first game to get his feet wet, whoever it may be, whether it's Hicklinski or if it's Hank Brown.
515-517-2303 is the number to call. Coming up in hour number 2, coming up at 5:30, we'll talk to Bill Seals, CycloneReport.com and On3. So we'll get the Cyclones coverage as they started fall camp as well. But when we get back, we kind of talked about the MAC. We got some more MACtion to talk about here, but that's coming up to start off hour number 2. You're listening to Beyond the Bench with Sean and Lucas right here on the Rush Radio Network.
Game on, keep your edge with Body Armor Sports Drink. Bold flavors, electrolytes, and hydration that goes the distance. Grab Body Armor before the grind, during the game, and after the win. Body Armor Sports Drink. Hydration that's real and better for you. Pick up Body Armor Sports Drink on your next grocery store run or convenience store trip.
With the Iowa Lottery's new Millionaire for Life game, you could win $1 million a year for life. That could make you a My Dream Job is No Job millionaire. A front row tickets to every show millionaire. A hire a personal glam squad for you and your bestie millionaire.
Yep, a little further.
Or just to never run out of your favorite pickles millionaire. With Millionaire for Life from the Iowa Lottery,
And these.
you can change your life for life. Play today.
Willis Chevrolet's Summer of Savings is on now, and the deals are turning up the heat. You'll find a huge selection of new, used, and Car Bravo certified vehicles, all ready for your next road trip, daily drive, or whatever summer throws your way. Right now, you can take advantage of 0% for 5 years on the dependable Silverado and 0% for 36 months on the versatile Equinox and the affordable Trax. It's the perfect time to get into the Chevy you've been eyeing. Don't wait. Shop Willis Chevrolet's Summer of Savings here in Granger or online at willischevy.com.
So I think what's unique about Urology Center of Iowa is that we are a truly independent, single specialty clinic.
We have a mantra that the patient comes first, the group comes second, and we as individual surgeons come last.
When I meet with a patient for the first time, I want them to feel heard. I never want them to feel like I'm in a rush.
Just watching the change that you can make in a patient's life, it's everything.
Schedule an appointment at iowauro.com.
I like to buy America. Go from hometowns near and far. All pursuing happiness doesn't matter who you are. That's the real thing.
You're loving the show, but what if you went beyond the bench? Listen to The Rush with Travis Justice and Ross Peterson from 6 to 8 a.m. every morning, and The Lunch Rush with Trent Condon every day from 11 to 1, all here on the Rush Radio Network, your home for live local sports.
Fresh, wild walleyes. This summer, point your compass north to Ballard's Resort on Lake of the Woods. Ballard's Lake of the Woods long-standing family resort offers a pole-in-hand guided fishing experience along with all-inclusive packages that include lodging and meals. Chase 10-pound trophies with the walleye capital of the world's most established fleet. Your adventure for fresh, wild walleyes awaits at Ballard's Resort. Set the hook at ballardsresort.com.
Hi, I'm Tom, owner of Central City Liquors. Our customers love us because we offer a large selection at an affordable price. And to keep costs low for you, we don't splurge on fancy promotions and expensive equipment. This commercial is being shot on a phone taped to a stick. Anyway, we are proud to announce our new rewards program that allows customers to save more the more they buy. So don't spend more to pay for fancy commercials. Save at Central City, where we know what's important. I told you we should have used duct tape.
What's going on, everybody? It's Bobby here at Willis Volvo Cars, and I'm here to tell you that if you haven't looked at a Volvo in a while, you're in for something amazing. We have cars with 455 horsepower, Bowers & Wilkins audio system, 22-inch wheels, and a ride that would blow your mind. And with 1.99% financing up to 72 months, we'll be able to find the vehicle that you are looking for in your budget. Or call, click, or visit us at willisvolvocars.com. Stop on down to the showroom, take a ride. You'll be glad you did.
Let's go racing, boys! Why would I want to do dishes?
It was the greatest beer in all the world.
You know, they brew 10,000 bottles of beer a day. I drink 45 off the assembly line, and I'm the ass.
Did I ask for your excuses? You want to act like a star? You better give me a star effort. Do you hear me?
It's time to go beyond the bench on the Rush Radio Network.
Yes! Yeah! Hell yes!
All right, hour number 2 here on a Wednesday. This is Beyond the Bench with Sean and Lucas right here on the Rush Radio Network. Thank you to Sean Bock from 24/7 Sports, HawkeyeInsider.com. Join us to talk some Hawks live from vacation in Tennessee. He's going to join us every single Wednesday. Looking forward to talking to him and talking some Hawkeyes. Coming up at 5:30, Bill Seals, CycloneReport.com and On3 will join us. So we got your Hawkeyes, we got your Cyclones covered, live and local. Back at it here. Hour number 2 on a Wednesday. You can check out the YouTube stream. Head to the YouTube page at the Rush Radio Network so you can watch us. You can also watch us on X because we're streaming live on X from our X page, which is at Beyond Bench SL. Right, Lucas?
Yep.
See? We had to change it. So it's there we go. Okay, so I got to remember the X page. There, there you go. Rushradio.com. You can also listen on the TuneIn Radio app. I believe everything is running smoothly today. Had to make some changes on my end for the internet. So you
You're doing
can
a lot better.
We're doing well. We're doing well. So, but yeah, Rushradio.com. Rush Radio app or the TuneIn Radio app if you just want to listen.
I texted Bock. I texted him thank you, and he goes, "Yeah, we'll do video next week. The Wi-Fi here in Tennessee, in the middle of Tennessee, in Eastern Tennessee, is really shitty. So
I can attest.
Yeah, not great.
No,
not great, Bob.
No, I can attest.
I wrapped up by asking him about the special teams for Iowa, and I got a little like PTSD flashback to the last time that Iowa didn't have a strong, solidified idea as to who their place kicker was going to be. And I went back in the time machine to look at it, and it was the 2022-23 season. Sean, that was the year that Iowa State beat Iowa 10-7 in Iowa City, where Iowa fumbled on the 1-yard line, and then Iowa State had the 99-yard fuck you drive right down Iowa's throats. Iowa scored on like their first drive of the game and didn't score the rest of the way. But I don't know how much you remember from it because you were just producing at the time, so I don't know how close you were paying attention to Iowa games. But that was when they had Aaron Blom as their kicker, and Kirk couldn't decide between Blom.
What year was
and
it?
Drew Stevens to be the kicker. It was 22-23.
I mean,
it started with Blom, and he missed the field goal that would have tied it up for Iowa at the end of that game.
I was hosting the afternoon show at the time. The 2022-2023 season. I was hosting the afternoon show.
Aaron Blom, it just makes me want to vom.
Isn't there something where like it sucks as a fan when you don't know the kicking situation. Like when you can't trust your field goal kicker, it sucks.
Well,
and more than likely, it comes and bites you in the ass.
Well, especially if you had a very consistent kicker, like you knew
for years
before that. Like before it was the Blom Stevens era, it was Shudock. Like that dude was as solid as it got. Like, oh my gosh, yeah, you're right though. When you don't know who your kicker is, what's worse? It's definitely not knowing your quarterback, but it's not a good feeling to not know your kicker.
I would say, yeah, it's not knowing your quarterback, but also, man, that first like actual field goal attempt, everything is based off of what happens in that first attempt. Not necessarily the extra point, but the first time they go for like the 35, 45 yarder, and the rest of that guy's career is based off that first field goal, right? Like if they go wide left, you go, this guy sucks. Anytime he trots out there, it's going to be a missed field goal.
It's like it's like opening day in baseball. You're about to make so many snap judgments, snap reactions based off of one thing, the smallest of sample sizes.
Season's over. This
guy sucks. What is he kicking? We need open practices.
To be fair, at least on my end with my team, the opening day starter got sent down to AAA like a month later. a month and
very
a half
true.
later. So his season was over.
Speaking of open practices, Sean, you remember how last year we had this great idea of how I should participate in the Iowa Wolves open tryouts?
Yeah, you were going to do the tryout.
I was going to do the tryout.
We had it lined up.
Yeah, it was perfect. We were going to shoot it, and it was going to be all over social media. We were going to do everything we could. I was going to try out for professional basketball teams. I was going to try out to play for the Iowa Wolves. I actually ended up having a softball tournament in Nebraska that weekend, so I couldn't do it. Sorry. I went ahead and looked at it this year because I just saw a video of the Detroit Pistons G League affiliate and their tryouts, and it's just the worst product of basketball you've ever seen. Like I'm talking Evansville bad, worse than Evansville.
Yeah.
These guys were just they're big guys. They couldn't move up and down the floor. But so I thought about it, and I went and looked up the day for when Iowa Wolves are doing their open tryouts.
Ohio State game, isn't it?
No, because it's earlier in the year.
Oh, okay.
It's September 12th.
Cyhawk.
That's
right?
Cyhawk.
Yeah, Cyhawk game.
What are we doing?
Dude, I'm telling you, there are times where like sometimes when it comes to this state, people, I mean, I remember when the Savannah Bananas came. The Bananas came during Cyhawk.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like,
during the 4th of July this year.
And I was like, these guys are nuts. It's a Cyhawk game. There's not going to be a single soul that wants to go to this. And then you realize, oh, it's not just people in Iowa. Like people from Kansas will travel up here and you know, and also, at least for me and you, it's different. But like for some people, like my wife, not everything's about football. I get told that every day in our house.
Yeah, the people who are actually going to be
not everything's about football, Sean.
People trying out for the Iowa Wolves are probably care more about basketball than they do about the Cyhawk football game. But how was I? This is 2 years in a row now. The stars are not aligning. My professional basketball career is in jeopardy. I also couldn't have been able to do it because I would have been in a sling. But
I think you do it. I think we figure it out.
I'm not skipping Cyhawk.
Come on. Skip Cyhawk.
Okay, Sean. How about you skip Notre Dame, Miami?
Listen, I'm traveling. Okay.
What do you think I'm doing?
That's a traveling trip. Going to South Bend.
I'm going home. I'm going back home.
Iowa City.
Yeah. So, okay, I don't know how much you see this, but all over TikTok on my feed, I just keep getting people posting pictures of their college campus in the fall. And we talk about, we kind of romanticize the fall, right? Especially once you hit after the 4th of July, really once the calendar turns to August, you just start daydreaming about the fall, right? And because it's football.
Things happen to me physically.
The weather gets a little bit colder. It's hoodie and shorts weather.
Ooh. That like crisp day, man.
There's a crispness in the air. We romanticize the fall. Yeah, dude, there is no match to the fall when you're in college on your college campus. That is peak existence.
A little bit different for me. We were at the View. You know, I was at the View. We didn't have we weren't walking to Kinnick or Jack Trice or anything like that. So a little bit different. But I understand what you're getting at, though. There is something special about like the leaves start to fall. You get a little crunch in the leaf when you're walking to class. Oh,
you get the feeling of like when you're in college, like you're back in class, but the classes don't mean anything yet. Your midterms are so far away. What do you got? A couple of quizzes here and there. You're dreaming about Thursday nights. You're dreaming out just hanging with all of your buddies. You got college football Saturday and then NFL Sunday where all you do is sit around doing nothing until the Sunday night football theme hits over and you realize how much homework you still have to do.
Dun, dun, da, 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 da.
We romanticize the fall, but there is nothing like the fall on your college campus.
Not that I'm trying to speed it up and like get to fall, but I've already purchased the last week and a half. I've been going through pumpkin spice creamer, so I've dove in.
You can't wish it away because this is This is what is known as the dog days of summer because the 4th of July has come and gone. Like you have the build up to the 4th, right? And there's so much excitement around it. And early in the summer to the 4th of July, there's all these parties, you know, there's these cookouts you go to, you go onto the lake. There's
birthday parties.
There's activities to do. But then once the 4th of July hits, that's the peak, right? And then it's just downhill. Then the weekends, at this point, all you have is the sun and time. And you start to get bored. This is when,
especially for me and you, especially for us.
When you don't have a job, that really slows things down. But this is when you truly like. You got to dig in, and you got to find your way in through summer. This is when you can't just be dependent on other things to have fun. This is when it's up to you to create your own fun.
Hobby Lobby had 40% off fall decor last week. Just want everyone to know.
What am I supposed to do with that information?
Your boy is ready to go make some purchases. Get that. I want to do something big for Halloween this year. I want to get like a big blow up.
You wanted to get the skeleton.
Thing. I want to get the big massive skeleton. I don't know.
That era is done. It's not the hot
done?
thing anymore. Yeah. Well,
okay.
People still have it, and I don't think.
What's the hot thing then? What's the hot thing in the Halloween world?
I don't know. But the skeleton, like, it's not
one and done for the skeleton
anymore. No, it was a 2-year thing. And you don't judge somebody for having it now, but I might judge you for buying it now. It's just classic Sean 3 years late on something.
It's on sale.
Yeah, now that the trend is gone.
That thing was like $300 last year.
That was even cheaper than it was when it was at its peak a couple of years ago. When it
couldn't pull the
3
trigger.
years ago. Oh man, that thing was high. Okay, I do want to get to one Iowa State thing before we move on to what's happening in the MAC. Did you see what Bussy put out about the sponsored patch on their jersey?
The monster patch?
No. So that's the Big 12, right? So
yeah.
I'm gonna pull up Bussy's tweet in front of me here because I just want to make sure that I get the wording correct. So Jamie Pollard said Iowa State is not going to have a separate jersey sponsor, despite there being, quote, logical partners for the Cyclones to work with. So then Bussy posted a screenshot of part of his article, right? A portion of it. And I'm going to read part of it here. So remember, we were already told that there are, quote, logical partners involved.
Right.
That this is something that Bussy wrote in his article, and this is a quote, a direct quote from Jamie Pollard, says, "I wish we were, but we're not," when he's talking about having a jersey patch. I mean, we're continuing to try and market and sell it. How does that read to you?
We're continuing to try and market and sell it.
Yeah.
Me hearing that is no one wants to do it. Which I don't think that's true. You're telling me you can't get
certainly the way it comes across.
Right? Like you're telling me you can't get
I know that's
somewhere,
not what it's supposed to say.
Right. Like you're telling me you can't get a business, especially in the ag world, right? Like somebody in ag. Now we also, you probably don't want to dip too far into that. You know, you have the relationship with Sukup and all that too. And John Deere with their ties with Iowa. So this shouldn't be that difficult. In all honesty, I feel like every Division I college football team should be able to work a deal like this.
So when I first just saw the headline that Iowa State is not going to have a jersey patch, Sean, I'm not going to lie to you. I was a little bit nervous that Iowa State was just trying to say, no, we're not going to sell out. We're going to hold on to our values here.
Ohio State and Notre Dame were like, yeah, we'll sure. Throw SoFi on there, throw Chase on there. We're in.
I was nervous. I was like, now is not the time to be holding up your values. You need as much money as you can get. It doesn't matter who you are.
Yeah.
If Notre Dame and Ohio State are doing this, take the money, take the check, right?
Iowa State's going, nah. This is where we draw the line, guys.
We're good. But so
we're going to see how booze in the stadium goes, and then maybe next year we'll.
So that's not how it was, but that certainly was my fear when I first read this.
Yeah.
But again, so the quote, "I wish we were, but we're not. I mean, we're continuing to try and market and sell it." Again, it sounds like they don't have anything. But what my guess is, Sean, is that they're just not getting the money that they're looking for the patch, right?
It could be the price.
I'm guessing that they're looking for an X amount of money, and I'm not going to put the money out there, but because I genuinely do not know, and I don't want to put out wrong numbers, but I'm guessing they're looking for X amount of dollars, and they just haven't been able to find a partner to give them that money yet.
You're also doing, Lucas, like you're also working with at least on Ohio State and Notre Dame's, like those are going on all the sports.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not just football. Like you're doing a across the board. Now, when we think Ohio State and Notre Dame, we think football, right? But it's going on baseball, basketball. So maybe Iowa State's looking like, okay, and even maybe Iowa too, right? Like what's going to make the most sense for all our teams?
So they're going to have the Nike swoosh on there, and they're going to have the Big 12 Monster Energy logo. But
love it.
They're not going to right now. They do not have a individual jersey patch. Look at you Cyclone Homer. You're repping your Monster there.
Monster, baby. Atlantic Bottling. Love our friends over there.
So we're going to talk a little bit more Cyclones here about 10 minutes from now when Bill Seals of Cyclone Report joins us. But
Bill Seals, give us a company who should be on Iowa State's jerseys. Question number 1.
Hard-hitting Big J questions from Sean Roberts.
I'm on a streak with hard-hitting journalism questions.
The best journalism news that we got all day comes from a team in the MAC, and it comes from. I mean, you say one thing about this school, and Sean just always talks about their academic ineligibility. That's all he ever says about it. But now you've got a new thing to cling on to, Sean.
But they're eligible now.
They are eligible.
It was a 1-year ban, right?
But the Akron Zips are doing just the most bonkers promotion I've ever heard of to try and get people to buy season tickets. You can design the opening drive of the home opener. How is what?
There's going to be restrictions on this thing.
They're not letting anybody actually pick a play, right?
No, dude, all the comments that I saw, all the comments I saw yesterday were, what are they going to do when we go for it on 3rd and 20 because we took 3 quarterback sacks in a row, or we go for it on 4th down after taking 3 quarterback sacks in a row, because we're going for it. It's video game style.
You're not going to be able to stop my third flea flicker of the game.
Just 4 quarterback powers in a row.
Yeah, everybody's talking about these trick plays that they're going to bring out. These running back passes. All these different reverses. Spider 2Y banana and whatnot. Sean's just going to run the ball down their throat.
Power.
I mean, they're playing Robert Morris.
4 verts. We're going 4 verts, baby.
You can script the opening drive of the home opener, and for every new season ticket that you have, you get an extra chance. Your name goes into the drawing another time.
So by a family of 4, you're cooking with gas.
Yeah. You got 4 chances to be in there. I saw somebody joke that if they score a touchdown on the opening drive, they're not turning over the headset.
In all honesty, how do you?
If I score on the opening drive and I'm the one calling the plays, Akron has a new offensive coordinator. And it's
I'm the new. Can you imagine being the OC and that's the only touchdown of the game? Is
against Robert Morris?
Is the one that the fan scripted that drive? That would be incredible, though. I mean, talk about a flex. Like you're 45 years old, you're just a fan, you've loved the Zips your entire life, you got season ticks, you tailgate every home game. You get to call the first series of their 2026 season. I believe they're now eligible for postseason play after last year. Hopefully they got the GPA up because academics matter. And you call a drive to start the season and it's a touchdown. You got to get some sort of like plaque in the stadium. You probably shouldn't have to pay for a season ticket the rest of your life. If you scored a touchdown, if you go 3 and out, thanks for the money. Look forward to you buying them next year.
Yeah, thanks for coming on out. But if I score a touchdown, no, I'm not going to let anybody hear the end of it.
Oh no,
that's
no,
my team.
I mean, that's in my bio. That's in my resume.
I was going to say that goes on the resume.
Number one. OC
What's your
and
first-
opening.
What's your first play?
You know, I love to run the football. We'll probably go like lead left. Nice little run off the tackle to the left butt cheek of the left tackle there. Maybe inside in between the tackle and guard.
You're so
and then
boring.
First play, establish the run. Let them know like we're not intimidated, right?
We're taking a shot.
Second play action. Same play, but play action. Take the top off the defense. You got to go for it there.
We're taking the top off the defense on all 4 plays. And then I can have Sandra Bullock yell at me from the stands. Enough with the trick plays. Run the damn ball.
What if we go? Could you imagine? All right, we received the ball. We took a touchback.
Went on the left hash.
Special teams, punt team, get out there. First play, you just punt. Get out there. At some point, like, I want to know what power the head coach has here.
There's no veto. Coach,
'Cause if
I
there's
bought
no
those
veto-
season tickets. I won the drawing.
If there's no veto, also, do I get to be on the sidelines or am I up in the booth?
Well, I think that's up to your discretion. Are you a sideline guy or are you a booth guy? Personally, I'm a sideline guy.
I got to be on the sideline. I gotta look into my guys' eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine that huddle. The first time your offense has taken the field of the season, and you're the guy going.
Because they'll have already played a game.
Okay.
They start on the road. They're at Wake Forest.
This is the first home game.
It's their first home game, and they play Bobby Moe.
I mean, shout out Robert Morris.
Classic basketball school.
Golden Eagles?
No, they're like the Colonials.
I'm thinking.
You're thinking of, Kent State's the Golden Flashes. Oh, are you talking about Boston College?
No, I thought Robert Morris in Chicago. It's probably a different Robert Morris.
Robert Morris is the Colonials.
Okay. Well, that sucks. I do appreciate the Colonials, though. I mean, you know me and my Revolutionary War history. Love the 1700s.
We're taking the top off the defense, and I'm going to look into my quarterback's eyes and say, I don't care if your arm hurts, you're going to let this sucker fly.
Lucas, I think if we do the college football online dynasty, I think we do something like this. If someone pays me money, they can call my first series in the dynasty.
You're not going to be able to execute.
I'll whore myself out. I'm whoring myself out. Listen, I'm a free agent. Yeah, I will do a lot of things for money these days.
I'll tell you what we're doing. If I'm designing the playbook here, here's what we're going to do. We're going to start things off. We're going to go hot. We take a touchback, like you said. We're going to use the world that you painted. We're going to take the ball on the left hash, all right? We're going to go out in the tight end set onto the left side, and we're going to pick a hard handoff off the left tackle, all right? And we're going with a naked out towards the right. My quarterback, he better be mobile. Do I know anything about Akron's skill set? None whatsoever. But they're going to get out there. He's going to get out there, all right? And we're going to have a nice little comeback route, 15 yards. We're just going to set the tone early, all right? We're not going to just completely take the top off, but I want a 15-yard comeback out of my right wide receiver.
Okay. I'm good with that. I'm established on the run.
We're not punting. We're going for
They
it.
play Wake Forest week 1.
Yeah. We're on the road against Wake.
Hostile environment there. ACC.
Hey, they had a good year last year. I think they went 9-3. I think Wake Forest did.
Yeah, Wake Forest was about to mess a lot of things up for the CFP, potentially.
Yeah, I think they were. I think they went 9-3 last year.
They were on the verge of possibly doing that. Good stuff there. Cameron got mind of his own today. 515-517-2303 is the number to call. We're getting some YouTube comments. Lucas, people want Cyclone talk now, and guess what? We got that coming for you. Bill Seals, CycloneReport.com, and On3 going to join us when we get back. You're listening to Beyond the Bench with Sean and Lucas right here on the Rush Radio Network.
Hey, Tanner with Liberty Lawn and Landscape here. We are now booking, so get a hold of us to schedule your next project today. Serving the Des Moines Metro, we specialize in a variety of services such as retaining walls, paver patios, edging and rocking, and much more. Now offering 3D renderings to show you exactly how your project will look before beginning. Liberty is proudly veteran-owned and ready to serve you today.
Start spreading the news, cause it's time to buy booze, and there's only one place to be. You can see all your friends, the good times never end unless you're just loitering. It's Central City. We can make your dreams come true. No guarantee your dreams will come true. Central City. All this booze is waiting for you. Look at all this booze.
The World Cup is heating up, and so are we at Willis Nissan. This July, you can score big with 0% on the rugged Frontier, the practical and fuel-efficient Murano, the full-size Pathfinder, and the compact and modern Rogue. And with up to $5,000 in available customer cash on these models, the savings are even better. So stop into our showroom or head online to willisnissan.com today.
With the Iowa Lottery's new Millionaire for Life game, you could win $1 million a year for life. That could make you a My Dream Job is No Job millionaire, a front row tickets to every show millionaire, a hire a personal glam squad for you and your bestie millionaire.
Yep, a little further.
Or just to never run out of your favorite pickles millionaire. With Millionaire for Life from the Iowa Lottery,
And these.
you can change your life for life. Play today.
Hi, Noel from Fiscus Jewelers. Thinking about popping the question? Take their breath away with a diamond you can trust. Rare and forever natural diamonds. Thoughtfully selected and pre-screened using advanced technology. If you don't see exactly what you're looking for, we'll custom design it together. Our experienced team is here to help you create something truly meaningful. And let's not forget about the guys. We proudly offer the largest selection of men's wedding bands around. Fiscus Jewelers, your jeweler for life.
Don't settle for less. Get more of what you want with new Power Water from Powerade. More electrolytes, more flavor, and zero sugar. Do it again, make it a 10. I got the power. Finally, a fitness water that gives you power for more. Powerade Power Water. It takes more.
All right. Welcome back to Beyond the Bench with Sean and Lucas here on the Rush Radio Network. If you'd like to give us a call, 515-517-2303. You can check us out on the YouTube page at the Rush Radio Network. We're also streaming live on our X page at Beyond the Bench SL. And then we have the Rush Radio app. You can go to rushradio.com or the TuneIn Radio app too. So plenty of ways to take all this in. Live and local is back here on the Rush Radio Network. We talked to Sean Bock from HawkeyeInsider.com earlier in the show. So we got the Hawkeyes covered as camp is underway for fall camp is underway for the Hawks, and fall camp is now underway for the Cyclones. And we're now joined by Bill Seals, CycloReport.com and On3. What is up, Bill Seals, sir?
Glad to be back with the bench mob. That's all I'll say. What a
There
day.
we go.
Welcome back, guys, and always a pleasure. On Wednesdays now instead of Fridays.
Mm-hmm. A little bit different. What have
yeah.
you been up to over the last month and some change?
Well, you know, it all kind of started with Big 12 media days and getting ramped up for football season. Big 12 was the first of those Power 4 conferences to go. So, you know, that first full week in July, always great to head south and head to Dallas for that, and kind of got us thinking back to football. You know, I did manage to get away for a vacation in late July, so that was nice to get away for a week. I did what Sean should have done earlier. What was it in the summer? I drove to Boston. I didn't fly. The drive sucks, but we did get there. We did get there when we expected to get there.
That was the gosh. Getting there was just the travel from hell, man. Did you enjoy Boston though, Bill?
We did, yeah. We spent most of our time there, and we did venture out to the Cape one day and hit a couple Cape Cod League games. That was on my bucket list. So
that's awesome.
A blast to get out there, and the games are free and just incredible environment. So yeah, it was nice to get away and, you know, got back the first day I was back in the home office. I went up and did a one-on-one with Jamie Pollard. So, you know, I was kind of just threw myself right back into it, and here we are.
What was your number one takeaway from talking to Jamie?
Well, I think, you know, all the challenges ahead for this new AD. You know, Iowa State sent a release out earlier this week that it had, you know, broken records for fundraising this year. That's certainly a positive. Things are trending the right way. But, I think that looming after 2027, the reserve is out that's kind of funded Iowa State's efforts in this rev share era so far. That reserve is going to be out after 2027. So I think, more challenges ahead for this new AD. I think one thing I didn't like to hear about President Cook. Everybody's kind of had an inkling that he's very pro athletics. That's the case with him, and I think he's a guy that's going to get in and maybe whip up some votes in the Iowa legislature or whatever, and try to get some things going as far as helping fund both Iowa State and Iowa. And I think that the state needs to step up amongst other priorities for sure, but they need to step up and I think help fund Iowa State, Iowa, and then there's also, I think, as a university as well, some initiatives they can take there as well to kind of help ease the pain that's going to come after 2027.
Bill, fall camp started today for Iowa State. Your thoughts and takeaways from what happened up in Ames today?
Well, yeah, it was good. We got started about 20 to 25 minutes later than we expected. Whoa. So it was a practice.
Come on, Jimmy.
A little bit long. Yeah, I know, right? We were told 11:30, and it ended up pushing close to noon. But I guess there's probably something to that. The players are not back in school yet, so you can run over like that a little bit. It's the first day. They're not in pads yet. They're still obviously in the very early stages of camp. So just a lot of takeaways, really. I think one thing, the health of the team sounds pretty good. I think they're still reeling probably at safety with Braden Alls, him being out for the season, but got a good health report, I think, on River Peppers. The numbers at running back, without him out there, it gets it even leaner, but they do have him back in individual workouts. And I think he's a guy, Jimmy Rogers recruited him out of high school. Tyler Roll recruited him out of high school at Iowa State. So they're high on this kid. They want him to play a role. Max Balloon, the seventh year defensive tackle, he's been fully cleared back out there. So no more injuries beyond just with Alls and with Saladin Allah with the Achilles that everyone knows about coming out of spring ball. So I think a good early health report on him. We'll see how that carries on through the rest of fall camp. I did ask him about kind of the situations at tight end and safety. I think, I'm not the only one in the media kind of wondering how those two positions are going to play out. Obviously, Alls would have shored that up a whole lot at safety, but he's out now. So, try to get some answers there on the way that's going. And, another thing I think too, everybody likes to talk about some of these new rules into effect, and the 5 for 5. That was something that Jimmy brought up just kind of out of the blue, and talking about the freshman class. They brought in 25 true freshmen. They've got a couple that were JUCO guys, but I think these freshmen, they brought in so many transfers, but these freshmen, he's going to push them to play. And, you could get them on the field now for 5 seasons. You're not worried about, like what Coach Campbell was doing with a few guys last year. I think maybe it worked out to their detriment into the end a little bit, but they were always trying to manage that 4-game regular season rule, how that would maybe carry into bowl games. So I don't think that's a concern anymore. And Jimmy wants to get those guys going. I think one area it makes sense, maybe some freshman impact back again to tight end. Luke Gaylor was one of them. Drake Dubon, another of those freshman tight ends. And it was interesting to hear him talk about wide receiver as well. They signed 3 true freshman wide receiver. He likes the speed on all 3 of those guys. And that was kind of actually, I think, one of the positions maybe I least expected them to go to a true freshman to play, because they went out and recruited some Power 4 guys there and a lot of experience. But if he's talking the skill of those freshman wide receivers, I think that's a good sign for the future at that spot.
Yeah. Bill, one of the things I want to ask real quick, and obviously we've only had a brief offseason with Coach Rogers. Do you think his philosophy is, you mentioned the freshman, you got the 5 for 5. Do you think his philosophy is going to lean towards more like we want to build through the high school ranks and the recruiting process? Or do you think he'll be more reliant on the portal?
Well, and that even goes back a little bit to my conversation with Jamie Pollard last week in that one-on-one. He said that early on, he's getting the vibe that things are going to continue like they were with Coach Campbell, and that this is a developmental program. Okay. We want to bring up guys through the high school ranks. And, Iowa State with the budget that it's on too, it's similar to basketball too. Granted, the numbers are different, but you're going to get more bang for your buck in bringing in a freshman class and working to develop those guys. And then now who knows with the Protect College Sports Act, there will be a retention cap there, how they can maybe incorporate that to help keep these guys around. Because that's what the focus is going to be on, is bringing these, these freshmen along. That's the future of the program. Mm-hmm. And but however, I will preface that by saying it also wouldn't surprise me if they go out and sign another 25 to 30 transfers this offseason too, because, the bottom line is, some of these guys are going to get in here and they're just not going to be fits. And, again, transfer portal recruiting, it's like speed dating. And, just numbers wise, some of it's not going to work out with a lot of these guys. And there's the unlimited transfer rule. These guys, if it's not a fit at Iowa State, they can go back, drop down another level, get going again in 27. So I think there will, and you've already seen with the freshman class too, the 2027 class, one of the heavier in the Big 12 right now in terms of numbers. So that tells you that the focus is going to continue to be on high school. But also, it's going to be, I think, in probably after year 1, year 2, there still will be a transfer portal flavor to this team.
Just kind of interesting how different programs, different schools will take different approaches to it. Because you see a place like Nebraska, their high school recruiting rankings this year are just terrible. Their numbers are awful. And this is Nebraska we're talking about. So Matt Rule just taking a different approach to it. You talked a couple of minutes ago about how Iowa State in camp, they're not in pads yet because we've only just begun. In 2026, the times are a lot different in how physical you do your practice, how long things go. Kind of surprising to hear a practice actually went long. A lot of times you hear stuff gets shorter and shorter and shorter. So Jimmy Rogers, do you know, Bill, just how physical his camp and his practices are going to be?
Yeah, I got a sense for that a little bit. And I almost get a feeling, Lucas, that it's not going to be as physical or as intense as it was with Matt Campbell at this stage of the game. He talked about throughout camp kind of dialing things down a little bit. And they did. They brought in a ton of transfers, a ton of guys that are on year 4, year 5 of their college careers. As Jimmy Rogers put it, they've got a lot of tread on their tires.
Yeah.
So the desire to kind of dial things back, I think, throughout training camp, and that's where the freshman conversation continued a little bit too, in that's going to be a golden opportunity as those older, bit more veteran guys, they dial back. Well, that's going to be prime time for those freshmen to go out there and continue to kind of showcase what they can do, and maybe if they can become factors on the field at some point this season.
What did you make of Jimmy Rogers' comments and them picking to win the Big 12, win the conference?
Yeah, Ben, our buddy Ben asked about that one, and that was good. It got him to elaborate a little bit beyond kind of what we heard after that came out, the Big 12 media days. So, just kind of the reasoning, like, I'm not going to go out and coach my team if I'm looking them in the eye and they know that I didn't vote for him to do much in the Big 12 this season. He picks them to go to the Big 12 championship game. So I think the players automatically know that him and his coaching staff have very high expectations for this year, whereas not many other of those outlets outside of Ames, Iowa, really have them doing too much right now.
Is a Jimmy Rogers press conference, are the answers different than the 10 years you got to hear from a Matt Campbell press conference?
A lot different. I walked over there with I set up at next to Alec Bussey in there.
I'm
as
sorry.
we knock through. Yeah, and I'll tell him that. But we start knocking out stuff coming out of Rogers today, and just about how different it is to go through and transcribe what we got today versus what we got from Matt Campbell. So the answers are not as long, and that there will be a little bit of a pause. A question will be asked. He'll pause for a couple moments, and then he'll spit out an answer that it's everything. And in 20 to 30 seconds, you're on to the next question. So, not a whole lot of word salad where that's concerned. But yeah, I mean, it's they were both great. I mean, covering Matt Campbell's programs for 10 years, so many high points and stuff. You just you go with the territory. So I think Cyclone fans too, maybe they were ready for a breath of fresh air where press conferences are concerned. But if Jimmy doesn't go out and win like Matt Campbell does, then nobody's going to care about the press conference. So you kind of take one with the other.
Bill, one of the things that we're asking, our guests, whether Cyclone or Hawkeyes, but especially with camp just starting, I'm interested to get your thoughts. What's one of the things that you are looking forward to with fall camp starting? What's going to be the one thing you're going to be looking at?
Well, we get practice access for about an hour and 10 minutes on Saturday, so that's going to be huge.
Congrats to you guys.
Yeah, I know.
Is this new?
That? I think probably since maybe the Gene Chizik era. Maybe earlier on in the Rhodes era.
It's incredible.
It's been a long time. So we got a little bit of time in the spring, but I think there's just with all these transfers, it's going to be really interesting now that we're into fall camp, who's running with the ones, who's running with the twos. So that the offensive line, how's that looking? So it's just going to be nice to put eyes on the team again. I'm not like Jalen Rayner. I didn't memorize everybody's name in the matter of 10 days or whatever it was. But, we kind of gotten a little more familiar with these guys now as we get into fall camp. So it'll be nice to see the product on the field on Saturday.
Bill, it's very nice for Sean and I to be back on, and we're very happy that you've decided to come along with us. We're changing your day of the week from Friday to Wednesday, but we're always looking forward to our conversations with you, Bill.
Looking forward to it as well, guys.
What happened to the A's, man?
Yeah, what happened, man?
You guys got canned. That's what happened. I mean, we quit talking about it, and everything just goes to hell from there. But
it's been tough.
We were talking for so long, and the first thing I would say is that I don't think the pitching's going to hold up, and the pitching didn't hold up.
No.
And that extends to the bullpen too, as that is even more of a train wreck.
Are you surprised they didn't sell as many batters as I thought a couple of us thought they might have?
I wondered about that too, but there's just so many injuries with guys right now. You're not really getting a clear picture of what this. I mean, offensively, we knew.
What's the name of the catcher?
Langoliers.
I bet he would have been dealt. I think if he didn't get hurt,
would have been dealt, and then he gets hurt. He's indicated he's not going to sign a long-term extension. I'm kind of getting a little nervous right now with Nick Kurtz as well. He's another one of those guys that's not been like Soderstrom, not been like Butler with some of these other guys. Some of these other guys, Rooker, he's another one that signed a long term. So, but yeah, I mean, a little nervous about him right now. He's still a few years out, but I was hoping they could have gotten him locked up by now too.
Man, good to be talking baseball with Bill again.
Sure.
Love it.
Who else do we talk A's with? That's it.
That's right. We get 5 minutes a week to talk some A's baseball, and Bill looks forward to it.
He might have been before you guys' time in this local market, but Van Harden.
Big A's fan.
Van Harden is a big A's fan. It's funny. I was walking out of Felix and Oscar's one night, or F&O's, and he was sitting over there in the corner. I had some A's stuff on, and that led to like a 15-minute conversation in there about the A's. So yeah, that was pretty cool.
Did he sell you on anything? Because the man knew how to work endorsement deals, man. That dude, he could put on a clinic. Right. Bill, great stuff, man. Happy to be talking with you again, and you're going to be joining us every Wednesday, and look forward to our weekly chats, sir.
Sounds good. Looking forward to it, guys. Have a good night.
Thanks, Bill.
Thanks, buddy. Bill Seals, CycloneReport.com and On3. Good to talk to Bill again, man. good to see our people, right? Like the last couple of days, it's been good to see our people.
Yeah, it was nice. They would all check in with us once the news dropped. What was it, a month and a half ago? But it's just nice to continue to talk sports with them like we normally do.
Live and local, baby.
Who else do we talk? Avalanche hockey and A's baseball.
I mean, it could be a one of one. It could be a one of one.
Did you see the Steelers hat?
I was going to comment on it. Just because they had an interesting start to their fall camp.
Yes, they did.
Aaron
Rodgers. Yeah.
We've had comments on our hats today, Lucas. You got the Monster University there.
Yeah, Monster University. Hat. It's even got the scuff on the corner, like it does in the movie. You got your funeral home hat on.
Yeah, Bacarro Funeral Home and Cremation Center. Your one-stop shop for that final stop. I'll get into it at some point. All right, let's take a break here. 515-517-2303. When we get back, what's in Lucas's notebook and the bookmark that's coming up next here on Beyond the Bench with Sean and Lucas on the Rush Radio Network.
With the Iowa Lottery's new Millionaire for Life game, you could win $1 million a year for life. That could make you a My Dream Job is No Job millionaire. A front row tickets to every show millionaire. Hire a personal glam squad for you and your bestie millionaire.
Yep, a little further.
Or just to never run out of your favorite pickles millionaire. With Millionaire for Life from the Iowa Lottery,
And these.
you can change your life for life. Play today.
Woohoo!
Another day in paradise.
You said it, buddy. Wait, I shop at Tim.
With over 20 years of experience, Bats and Bugs Pest Solutions can help.
I don't like the sound of that.
Whether it's birds in your dryer vent, ants in your kitchen, or bats in your attic.
Did you just say bats?
Call us today and see how Bats and Bugs can help prevent your home from becoming their home.
Not good. Not good.
Well, it's been nice knowing you. I'm out of here.
Bats and Bugs Pest Solutions. Even the pests.
When you work with a company like Mr. Electric that goes above and beyond and makes the customer their priority, that is just a real joy to encounter these days. It was a fairly complicated project and it was intimidating. They made it look so easy and they were very professional, very clean folks. They thoroughly explain what they're going to do. It's clear that they're experienced and that they know what they're doing. Having professionals out there that can do that for me, that gives me a lot of peace of mind.
When I'm meeting a new patient, I want them to feel comfortable knowing that odds are I've seen something like this before.
From the moment a patient steps in the room to the moment the patient leaves the office, I think they're going to get a great experience.
I think it feels good coming in and feeling like it's a community here and you get to be a part of that community and get to be taken care of by that community.
My goal is when they walk out of there to know that I'm fighting for them, I'm pulling for them.
Schedule an appointment at iowauro.com.
You're loving the show, but what if you went beyond the bench? Listen to The Rush with Travis Justice and Ross Peterson from 6 to 8 a.m. every morning, and The Lunch Rush with Trent Condon every day from 11 to 1, all here on the Rush Radio Network, your home for live local sports.
Brendan Santone at Willis Cadillac in Clive. Here to talk about some new inventory that's just arrived recently here. We got some XT5s again, we got CT5s, one of our last CT5Vs of this model year, as well as the first 2027 Vistic and a few other retired loaners that have become available recently. It's a little bit of everything, but we do have inventory on ground again. So while it's here, come see us over in Clive or at williscadillac.com.
Every business has priorities, and Priority One Heating and Cooling is no different. As a service provider, we prioritize quality air conditioners and furnaces that will keep your home at your comfort level year-round. As a small business, we prioritize doing things the right way and treating people fairly. As a truly local business, we prioritize our community. As a veteran-owned business, we prioritize duty and commitment. For big business service with local value, trust your home to the place where you are always Priority One.
Oh, softball. Look at my man with the torn labrum. Gonna give it a go.
It's my last game of the year for this team.
Okay.
because it's we're Wednesday nights, and we're flying back from Vegas a week from today.
Oh, can't wait. Circuit's gonna be so much fun.
2 weeks. It's my 2 weeks out until my surgery.
Torn labrum.
Yeah.
Still playing.
Yeah, I think
Gutty performance out of you. Cyclone Kathy asked, "Is that really their tagline?" No, I made that up for them. I freestyled that. It's not bad.
People,
not bad.
When I think it was in middle school, I had this joke, and I thought it was the funniest thing in the world. And it actually did make people laugh a lot, where I would answer the phone and I would go, "This is Ralph's Funeral Home and Pizza Parlor. Your loss is our sauce. How can I help you today?" Like, it's not a joke of my own. Like, people, you've definitely heard that before. Maybe not definitely, but I don't know. People thought it was funny.
It is my, also first time I've ever seen a funeral home have swag. No, it's a real thing. They got merch.
They do.
It's my best friend Danny, his wife's family, his Uncle Frankie, they have a funeral home back home. It's actually where my dad had his service. But yeah, so I always show him love if I can. I love the hat. It's a great hat too. So
You're doing free ads now?
it's a funeral home. It's in Illinois. So I mean, we're all over the place. I know we got people in Illinois watching right now. So let's start
putting up a
advertising.
geofence for our YouTube channel.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No, we're wheeling and dealing, baby. All right, Lucas, let's get to your notebook, sir.
All right, let's see. Today, I have had a couple of plays already start. So I took the screenshot earlier today, right when my first game started. So I'm actually 2-1 so far on the day. I took under 8 between Toronto and Houston. It was 3-3 after 9. They went into extras and they scored 3 more runs in extra innings. So I was sitting pretty until the extra innings happened. So got a loss there. I took over 10 between the Dodgers and the Cubs. I took that one home. I laid the 1 run with the Rangers. I took the same bet in all 3 games of the series, and I've gone 2-1 with it in this Rangers-Giants rematch of what World Series, Sean? What year?
Rangers-Giants?
Yeah.
2010.
I think you're right. Yeah. Because
2012 was Cardinals.
2012. No,
Cardinals, Rangers was
Giants
2011.
Giants won it in the even years. I always forget who the Giants beat. They beat the Tigers in 2012.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fun. It's fun to go back down the
There we
memory
go.
lane and try and figure those out. But so I laid the run with the Rangers. They won 6-0. Under 8 between the Mets and the Guardians. That game is underway.
Come on,
and
Mets.
It is nobody scored. They're in the bottom of the first inning. Nobody has scored yet in that one. I took the Nationals money line. The Phillies have taken the first 2 games of the series, but Andrew Painter is pitching today for the Phils. He sucks. Like, he's just terrible. So I know the Nationals have kind of quit on the season. They stopped hitting as well as they could. Their pitching has always been terrible. Now they've sold at the deadline. I think they win today. I think they salvage the series. I think they take 1. I got the Nationals beating the Phillies, and then I have under 8 between the White Sox and the Red Sox. There's a lefty
Sean
pitching
Burke's
today.
Burke's on the bum for the White Sox.
Oh, yeah. So it's a lefty going against the White Sox on Friday.
It's not good.
I already made my
It's not
pick for
good.
the Friday game. That's Parker Messick. No, but it's Sonny Gray going today for Boston, and his ERA is well under 3. And Sean Burke's actually pitched pretty well this season, Sean.
Yeah, I mean, he went through a streak where it was a rough patch for a few weeks, but no, he's pitched well.
I think he's pitched well. So those are the plays that I have today. So far, 2-1. I got 3 plays left. As for the bookmark, throw this up there as well. Just an alternate play as to something I'm already doing. Mets Guardians under 11.5 runs. Little alternate total. I also took it at under 8. Like I said, they are now through 1. So going to the top of the second, nobody has scored yet. Looking for day 3. Looking to get a little win there.
I don't
Sean,
know
you
what that
lost?
looks like.
What is this?
3 months
days
in a
now?
row. 3 months in a row I've lost on day 1. It's not fun. Now the bookmark's not fun for me.
It's not.
Partially.
It's really not. When you're not in it.
Oh, it's terrible. We had a comment. Very good hat. I can't do white because I'll manage to ruin it within a week. I deliver my ashes to Picaro if I die, though.
Free ad.
Free ad. There you go.
That's what it sounds like to me.
I do want to let everybody know that if you missed any part of the show, you can go ahead and listen to the replay until midnight on the TuneIn Radio app and the Rush Radio app, plus rushradio.com. We're streaming till midnight, baby. So if you missed any part of it, also you can check it out on YouTube. If you're just like, what are these guys talking about?
We're also up on. I think we're up on all the major podcast networks now. I knew it was going to be a couple of days, but I think we're up there. All right, Sean. Our HR music is the 1 minute. That's what it means. We have 1 minute.
Okay, so
we
we're
don't have to
moving
take
and
it the
grooving.
whole way, but we can stop. We got to be done in the next 25 seconds, but we could be done.
All right,
whenever we want now.
I think I'm moving upstairs. I think that's
Your network was great today.
I think that's the play. Moving upstairs. All right, everyone have a safe Wednesday night. Lucas, have fun at softball. We're back tomorrow at 4:00. Talk to you then. Peace.